Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 30th, going to the 5th of February. So let's have a little look together and see what's going on for you guys. I am just going to fix my screen though first, and then we'll go into it, okay? All right, for Taurus. Okay. Oh, okay. We got some extra cards for you. All right. All right, current energy for the week for Taurus. Justice. All right, could be dealing with legal situations, but definitely energetically to do with creating a balance in your life, especially if things have been a little bit out of balance. You have Libran energy, okay? But this is also Scorpio energy at the bottom of the deck here with the Death card, all right? So just pay attention to this. You could definitely be going through some major shifts, major changes in your life, okay? Could again be to do with trying to bring a balance into your life. I think you're needing to listen to your gut. We have a lot of owls coming through in your reading here, Taurus. That could have some significance for you this week. If you're seeing a lot of owls, or again, even if you haven't, just listen. I'm seeing it for you. It's really about your intuition, and seeing something clearly, and being able to have a full 360 vision here. So with that being said, you also have as the first card in your oracle deck, the deep knowing, and this is about taking action on your knowing. As I always say, we have the moon in the background, which is about your intuition. It's about your deep feelings. There's something that you've already known about for a while, but now the owl is guiding you to take action based off of this. My ear is actually getting really hot here. It's my right ear. Yeah, I still have to do that, don't you worry. It's my right ear, so I'm pretty sure that's about good news, but whatever superstitions you follow it, I think that's about good news or people speaking positively about you, okay? For some reason you needed to hear that. Maybe it's about the action that you're going to be taking. That could be a very good sign. But anyways, you're starting to take action on something that you knew you needed to do. This could be very challenging, very difficult, but it does seem to be leading you towards some place where you can rest, some place where you don't have to push, resist, chase something here. I feel like all you want is really a break, maybe. You want a break, you want a holiday, you want some time to not have to be going through all these kinds of changes and shifts. Like my ear is still burning. Just randomly in your reading. Okay. The next card that we have after this deep knowing is the leg up card. And what this does suggest, and I think you've had this for a few weeks, last week or the week before that, is kind of about having to depend on other people, having to allow other people to guide you, having to allow yourself to trust someone else to guide your path. Now this can be in terms of relationships and opening yourself up a little bit more to someone who may have more experience than you with their emotions and with love in general, where a relationship's supposed to be going, or it could be a boss here or someone in your career where you're having to trust them to teach you, to guide you something. If it's none of those, then it could definitely be just your connection to the universe and having to trust and be vulnerable and be open and be able to depend on something other than yourself to guide you somewhere, especially when you kind of have a knowing that something needs to change, but you aren't quite sure what to do or what to change. This is like a trusting in the fact that, okay, you're going to go with the flow. You're going to allow something higher than yourself, and without resistance, just going with the knowing, being able to make that decision intuitively on where this is taking you and allowing it to take you someplace. Because where it seems to be taking you is this imagine energy. Is this imagine card, not just energy. The energy behind this is like the judgment. For every time this card comes up, is kind of like an upgrade, a level up, learning a lesson, which the judgment comes before the world card. So before a new beginning can really come through, is you're learning a lesson, you're upgrading, and this is taking you to a new level. As you can see, you're kind of being upgraded to a new frequency, to a new level, to a new life, maybe even a new beginning. And then we have time for a nap, which is about being able to rest, being able to sit in a position where you feel stable enough to actually relax. And if you haven't felt like that, then the good thing is that this is coming for you. But it does require some some shifts, some changes, some uncomfortable situations. Most likely it's like a comfort zone thing when I say that. But it could be just some difficult stuff that starts to challenge you, starts to push you to do things that maybe you're inexperienced in, doing something you've never done before. But trusting that this is the right way to go because you feel it. You're feeling this, by the way, because this is a deep knowing. This is not something that's just kind of like, oh, screw it, let's just see. It kind of is like, I feel so strongly that this is the right thing to do. So screw it, let's just see, there's a difference between those two. But yes, the overall energy that you have is Justice card. So it wouldn't surprise me if there was some legal situations, anything to do with contracts here. Okay, but this feels like very strongly that you're putting your life in balance. Okay, I think like whatever has happened, you're no longer thinking about that. I really get the sense that you're thinking about moving forward. This is very present energy. It's almost none of the, usually in these cards, it will show me kind of what you've currently gone through, but this is all about the future. So I think for some of you here, Taurus, you're just tired. You'd really just want to, be in that position where you can nap, like it says, time for a nap. It's not just about your sleep. But Taurus, we all know that you are known for, loving the comforts of life, including your sleep, needing enough sleep, needing enough food. Otherwise, it's a different level of a different Taurus coming out there. But this is more of an energy, again, of being able to, like, I feel like you can't switch off until things are okay. Like, if that might be an earth sign thing. When everything is in order, when you've got to this position and you can rest. Of course, it's not always the best decision to go with or perspective to have, but I kind of feel like in your situation, that's the way it needs to go. Okay? So let's clarify the Justice card. I think if there's anything blocking the way, you're going to deal with it. Like it's being dealt with. Love that. My ear is still burning, by the way. Yeah, we have the wild card, so very similar to what I was saying. This is a new beginning that you're creating for yourself. King of Pentacles is a Taurus card. It is Taurus energy. So this is about investing in the right things, making the right decisions. This is a very powerful energy coming from you, by the way, of you're calling the shots now. That's what it feels like. So you're going to be contacting the right people, trusting in your decisions a lot more here. Let's clarify this Justice just one more time. What's this Justice or balance about, please? Queen of Wands. Some of you, it's just about making confident decisions based off of having confidence. Maybe you didn't have this in the past. Maybe it was to do with another person. It could be a fire sign here. All right, this Justice situation has something to do with either your confidence in making a decision, calling the shots, or again, it could be legal situations with a fire sign here, okay? Yeah, the Wald seems to be a lot to do with your independence, which is very interesting. Because this is having built something for yourself and now kind of being able to have the fruits of your labor coming through. So for some of you, this Justice energy could actually end up in you gaining some finances, you gaining some independence. This could be you gaining some windfall in some way. But this is something that you worked for very hard by yourself. So you could be getting accepted for something, or you could be investing in something and you'll be able to really have that around you. Let's clarify the deep knowing. Ace of Pentacles. All right, some of you knew this was coming in. You put your trust in somebody here, and it feels like it's working out for you. Ace of Pentacles is a new prosperous beginning, one of stability, one of financial rewards. Okay, one of having, it's like planting a seed. You get a whole tree out of that, and not just a tree. You then get fruits from the tree, and forever long that tree is upstanding, it's going to be, providing for you. So if you're making an investment around this time, Taurus, even if it's in terms of a relationship, because that could be what the stability is, it's going to be a very, very long-term investment that's going to continuously pay off for you. So some of you, this is a legacy. Which, saying that, 9 of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles here, that's a 10 of Pentacles. Legacy. It's a legacy. What are the blockages for this week? Page of Cups. All right. 6 of Cups. Could be to do with children, by the way. All right. There could be like an argument or a falling out with children. Doesn't have to be. This could just be... could be about children, falling out with someone about children or something like this. Your blockage has a lot to do with some emotional things. Okay? I'll show you. Page of Cups. Alright, sometimes this can become a bit of a surprise. So some of you might have some like very surprising emotions, or could have some surprises from your children here. It doesn't have to be, because this is coming up as a blockage, so don't worry about that message for most of you. But this is just saying that there might be some like emotional surprises. You could get some messages from people that you have a history with from the past, and you could have some like random nostalgia from the past, or you know, thinking about the good times of a person who may have hurt you, and that could be a bit of a blockage for you. You might be having to deal through some past emotions and nostalgia here, and that's going to be a bit of a, not a blockage, but a challenge to do that whilst you're doing something else. One more for the blockage for the week for Taurus. The Death card. And the Strength. Ooh. You have the Nine of Swords on the bottom of the deck, which speaks of fears, insecurities, it speaks of sleepless nights, it's anxieties and worries, fears and doubts, okay? And there's a lot of that when it comes down to your future. I kind of get the sense though that it's like you have the strength to kind of brush away those fears and understand that they are just fears. The Death card is like some changes are inevitable, and I think you're understanding that. The Death card is like maybe something wasn't, you know, very good, so you're accepting the ending here. You're accepting the strength it takes to go through an ending like this, or to, you know, kind of go through these changes. You could be, again, like purging really old emotions. And that's what the ending is. Like you're putting an end to that chapter in your life and realizing that you've gained strength from this. Like you're kind of turning, it's a bit of a power play, they're saying. Like you're transforming that energy from pain and destruction into strength and power, you know. But, you know, you're removing fears that you have around the future, by the way, by making these kinds of decisions. I think you're kind of getting over some anxieties. The fear of being mocked, the fear of failure, the fear of, you know, being embarrassed about certain decisions. Like, again, that's the devil energy. That's the devil's a liar, as they say. Is always going to put in temptations and fears to keep you at your lowest. Five of Cups, if you've been like emotionally, you know, low, upset, focusing on the negatives, and this is the devil ruling your life. Had been, that things are changing. This is why you're elevating, you're going to the next level. You're no longer running your life by fear and comfort or temptation to be comfortable. I always say the universe is always wanting us to change, grow, and evolve, to do things differently. But when we are stuck, or when we are glued to a comfort zone, then it may be alright for a while, but after a while it becomes very toxic. You now are no longer kind of giving yourself the things that the universe always wanted you to achieve. You know, it's kind of like you limit yourself at that point. You know. So this devil energy in the Five of Cups feels like a past energy that you're unsticking yourself from. And in this case, it's a matter of perspective. Five of Cups just says, look at what you do have, not what you don't have. And don't look at what's gone wrong. Look at what can still go right. There's always a solution, I say. Like, I think this is your mindset shift. You're no longer like, I don't want to do that because I might fail. Or I don't want to do that because this person won't agree with it. Or I'm not going to do that because I don't want to go through all that effort just to, you know, not get anything in return. Like, I think you're more open to taking a risk because it's going to lead you to a new level and allow you to feel very proud of yourself. I get a sense of pride. And that's probably what this Queen of Wands is a pride. Like, it's a good thing. Because this devil, Five of Cups, there may have been a lot of conflict or a lot of, you know, conflicting thoughts. I think this is that resistance to make a change or to rely on somebody else here. Could have been a bit of like a power battle between you and someone. Okay, like someone may have wanted you to trust them, and there was some difficulty around that. Could have been the universe again. Trust me. No. So then you're resisting the changes that need to happen. Then you get stuck in the stuck energy. Stuck in the stuck energy. It's never good. Because the devil, it starts to make you believe that you are limited. You're not limited. We came in the world knowing that. Okay. Anything else for Taurus? Hermit. Time for reflection, maybe even some isolation if it means that you find some inner guidance, that you really get to listen to yourself. Take a little personal vacay, like holiday. By yourself even. Go to an environment where you can really reflect. Some of you need to be up on high ground or near the water here. Beach? Did someone say beach? I want to go. But this is about looking with hope. And I think you lost hope a while back, or maybe you still have no hope. But this is what you're moving beyond. You're gaining higher wisdom. You're gaining success, all right? You're trusting in a partnership here, what it seems like. Or, again, something to do with this contract is helping you move forward. And it may be allowing someone else to, help you financially. Or it may be, again, gaining finances from a situation. You'll be able to release a negative mindset. Five of Pentacles says that there have been losses in your life. There's been some challenges. There's been a lack, maybe some abandonment wounds. This is where you're able to release those fears, release those limited thoughts, release what has happened to you so that you can elevate to the next level, which is that judgment, which we of your life, which is going to be a lot more comfortable. Let me just say that. This is a card that kind of comes after the Observer card in the deck, in the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And of course the Observer is looking at the moon. It's the fox looking at the moon going, all right, how am I going to get there? So now you would have reached it, so it's good. All right, I'm going to pull you some tea leaf tarot for Taurus. Affairs with your family. So yeah, there are some family things coming up for you within this week. That may be something you're having to deal with. You're being told to, go out and have fun with the grapes. It's like the fruits of your labor that we had with that Nine of Pentacles that actually had grapes on there that you're able to, So this is saying like something good is going to be happening despite whatever has happened. So go out, go have fun. Something like some inevitable changes are happening, but it's going to pay off. And I said tree. Do you remember I said tree? And fruits is kind of like, I know grapes grow off of vines, right? But it's kind of like the tree that you planted or will be planting is going to be ready for you to like reap the benefits of it. Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. They say life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Well, at least the way we should go about it sometimes. We have in need of help, assistance, and guidance, and that's okay if that's you. All right, sometimes it's a good thing to rely on others. As we've been saying, sometimes we need a leg up. Can't do everything by ourselves. Someone is here to help you reach your goal. It's about trusting in that. Understanding that you don't have to walk the road ahead if you don't know where you're going and someone's saying, I know, doesn't mean that you go, okay, no, I can handle it. Because then you're open to making more mistakes, and that's what you don't want, Taurus. I feel like the people I'm speaking to is a bit of like a perfectionist, like the Virgos, I understand. But it's like, instead of that, put your pride aside and actually go, okay, actually I will go. And there's a deep knowing here, which is saying that you know deep down that this is the right decision to make, because it is going to lead you to the next level. All right, we have feeling tied down and frustrated, which was that devil energy. Again, we had the chains on the neck like normal. That's what it normally has. If I can grab the card. And we have caterpillar. So if you're feeling tied down and frustrated, This is just a reminder that things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Okay, things will balance out. I'm gonna pull you a animal spirit card. I'm hearing up, 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 up. Take time out. Yeah, you're absolutely gonna be able to. A brown bear spirit. You're in need of some hibernation. You're in need to take some time. And the 9s are actually kind of about rewards. And I feel like this is your reward. You'll be able to take some time out, my goodness. And maybe this is why we need to rely on other people. And if you notice, we have some bears here. May not be a brown bear, but hey. It's a symbolism. And all bears hibernate. So again, Taurus, you guys like the comfort. Most of the time. At least that's your stereotype. So yes, it kind of feels like this is your reward. Like maybe being able to let someone else do a bit of the work, you know, and that's what you're like. Instead of being in that kind of toxic mode where you're like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Let me do it. I'm going to do it. You don't need to do it. I'm going to do it. Or, you know, no, I can do it whilst you're doing it. Like there's maybe some resistance on slowing down, some resistance on taking some time out, even though that's what you want. You just want to do everything also by yourself. Hyper independence maybe, or again, inability to depend on others. Maybe you saw that as a weakness because you had to do everything by yourself. But this is saying that something is coming in, whether it's another person or the universe is saying, look, tired, like you're tired. Let me do the walking for you. I know where to go. So you get a break. All right. My angels, I love you. I wish you all the best. Some good things are coming. Don't worry. So it's just kind of doing something a little bit different, and it's going to make all the difference, like in general, like it's going to be really good for you. So Taurus, I'm sending you my love. I wish you all the best. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and like. If not, it's okay. So it's fine. Personal readings are out. They're linked down below, so that would be amazing. I'll see you guys there for those who are interested, but for the rest of you, I'll see you guys next time. Okay.